You've got $12,000 sitting in a savings account right now. You worked hard to save that money. Every month, the bank drops about 40 cents into your account. Meanwhile, your coworker won't stop talking about his portfolio. Something about index funds and compound interest. You've probably heard the word Roth thrown around 4 times this year and still don't know what it means. So one night, you decide to Google it. Now you're 47 tabs deep into something called tax loss harvesting at 11 p.m. And you feel dumber than when you started. You close the laptop and just leave the money where it is. That feels like the safe move. But here's what's actually happening. Your bank is lending your $12,000 out at 7% interest. They're making $840 a year off your money, and you're only getting 40 cents. That's not safety. That's just a bad deal you haven't noticed yet. My name is Dobers, and today we're talking about when to stop saving and start investing. Nobody needs to be convinced investing is a good idea. The part nobody explains is when it actually makes sense to start, because pulling money out of savings can feel like you're doing something wrong, like you're gambling with rent, and if you do it too early, it can be. But if you wait too long, you've already lost something you can't get back. That thing is time. And in investing, time is the whole game. So people wait. They keep waiting. 5 years go by and the money's still just sitting there, earning 40 cents a month while inflation quietly eats the rest. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly when the switch makes sense. Not a feeling, a specific set of conditions you can check right now. Here's what most people believe. Savings is safe, investing is risky. Keep saving until you're ready, then invest. That logic feels airtight, but it's also what's quietly killing your financial future. The issue is what ready actually means to most people. Ready means the account feels big enough and nothing feels uncertain. But that moment never comes. There's always a reason to wait. The car might need work. The job doesn't feel stable. The market looks weird right now. So the bar for ready keeps moving, and the money keeps sitting there. The thing about a savings account is the number goes up, but the value doesn't always follow. Inflation runs around 3% a year on average. Your high-yield savings account pays maybe 4% right now. That sounds fine, but that 4% is not guaranteed. The Fed moves rates and your bank moves with it. 2 years ago, savings accounts were paying 0.06%, basically nothing. Meanwhile, inflation was running at 8%. Your money was losing value every single month. The savings account felt safe because the number wasn't dropping, but what that number could buy was shrinking. That's the trap. The account looks stable. The purchasing power isn't. Investing feels dangerous because the number can drop. You can open your app on a bad day and feel sick. But zoom out 10 years and the S&P 500 has never not recovered. Every single crash, every single time, the savings account has never lost you money on paper. It's just quietly lost the race to everything getting more expensive. One of these feels risky. The other one actually is. There's a reason the savings account feels so good. The number never drops. You check it on a bad day and it's still there. It feels like you're in control. Our brains are wired to feel losses twice as hard as gains. It's not weakness, it's just how we're built. So a savings account that never shows a loss feels safe, even when it's slowly losing ground. And an investment account that drops $200 on a Tuesday feels like a disaster, even if it recovers by Friday. That feeling is real, but it's not a reliable signal for what's actually happening to your money. The account that never drops is losing to inflation every year. The account that scares you on bad days is building wealth on all the other ones. The account that never moves feels safe, but feeling safe and being safe aren't the same thing. Take that $12,000 sitting in savings right now. Leave it in a high-yield savings account at 4% for 20 years, and it turns into about $26,000. Put it in an index fund averaging 7% for the same 20 years, and it becomes $46,000. Same $12,000, same 20 years, $20,000 difference. Nobody lost anything in that second scenario. One person just made a different decision once. And that's just the $12,000 you already have. That's not counting anything you add going forward. Every month you wait is another month that gap gets wider. There are basically two things that need to be true before moving money into investments makes sense. The first one is an emergency fund. You need 3 to 6 months of expenses sitting in cash, not invested, cash. If you lose your job tomorrow, you need to cover rent without selling anything. Selling investments at the wrong time is how people actually lose money. The market might be down 20% the exact week your transmission blows. So that cash buffer isn't laziness. It's protection for the investments you're about to make. Second thing, high interest debt. If you're carrying a credit card balance at 20% interest, paying that off is a guaranteed 20% return. No index fund can promise you that. Pay it off first. Once the emergency fund is solid and the high interest debt is gone, the math shifts completely. Any extra money sitting in savings past that point is just waiting for no reason. That's the switch. Not a feeling, not a market condition, not a magic number in your account. It's just those two boxes checked. After that, leaving money in savings starts costing you. So here's exactly what to do. Not conceptually, actually. First, figure out your monthly expenses. Rent, food, utilities, gas, everything you need to survive. Multiply that by 3. That's your emergency fund target. If you don't have that yet, that's where the savings account is supposed to be. Build it there first. Once that's covered, look at your debt. Write down every balance and the interest rate next to it. Anything above 8% gets paid off before you invest a dollar. Credit cards especially. A 20% interest rate on a credit card is a guaranteed 20% loss every single month you carry it. No investment beats that. Pay it off. Once those two things are done, the switch flips. Extra money stops going to savings and starts going to a Roth IRA. Open one on Fidelity or Vanguard. Both are free, takes about 10 minutes. A Roth IRA lets your money grow tax-free. You put in after-tax dollars and never pay taxes on the gains. That matters more than it sounds. Over 30 years, the tax savings alone can be worth hundreds of thousands. The contribution limit right now is $7,500 a year. That's about $625 a month. If you can't hit that yet, just put in what you can. Even $100 a month is a start. Inside the Roth IRA, buy VOO or VTI. Both are index funds that track the broader market. Low fees, thousands of companies in one fund. Set it and forget it. Don't watch it every day. Don't panic when it drops. Just let it run. Remember that $12,000 sitting in savings at the start of this video? The one earning 40 cents a month while your bank made $840 off it? That money has a job now. You just figured out what it is. Emergency fund covered. High interest debt gone. Everything else goes to work. That's the whole thing. That's what nobody explains. The people who build real wealth aren't smarter than you. They just stopped waiting to feel ready. Open the Roth IRA tonight. Buy VOO or VTI. Put in whatever you can. Future you is going to be glad you watched this video.